What's up, brother?
What is up?
Oh, Man, I was talking to somebody the other day about you.
Who are you talking about? What?
This dude,
Talking? What are you, a cop? What
and
are you,
you know what he told me?
What? What did
The
he say?
saga continues, boy.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
That
That's what he said.
That goddamn saga. Yeah,
That's all he
yeah.
said. Okay.
That's all he had to say.
No,
That's all.
That
He
must
just
have been
wanted to let us
weird.
know.
Then he walked away. He went on. He went along on his business.
Went about his business.
Yeah.
He said, "Good day, sir."
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Mm.
I know you're getting ready to leave, but
I am getting ready to leave. I'm getting
Yeah.
ready to go to Comic-Con, and I feel really bad because I know all you guys are looking at me and like, this motherfucker going ain't taking nobody, and that ain't the way it
to
worked
quote
out.
last week, you son of a bitch.
Gordon, you son of a bitch.
No, I figured I know just by talking to you, we were trying. You were trying, at least you and the company were trying to get things all situated, and it was kind of last minute.
You have
sort
never
of.
been.
Uh-huh.
And I was really
Yeah, I know.
trying my best to get you to go. The
Yeah.
biggest problem that we had is that they renewed everybody's press credentials right after Comic-Con last year, and they renewed, and it wasn't even the New York office that did it. It was approved by Florida.
Yeah.
And they renewed everybody that already had press credentials. So
Right.
your name wasn't thrown in there. They already gave us as many as we could get. And I tried to get them to switch because, no, I don't want Cyrus to feel bad about this.
No, I know. No,
But
that's cool.
I was gonna actually say, Cyrus, if only three of us can go, you wait this one out and let co-host go because they hadn't gone before.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out maybe we can go to
Yeah.
New York for Comic-Con then or something. We have talked about you going to the New York Comic-Con though.
Okay. Hey, I've never been to New York, and
Oh,
that'd be
Coming up in October.
Company's paying for it.
Oh,
Nothing out of my
hell
pocket.
yeah.
Hey, I'm not gonna refuse a free
hey,
trip.
let me tell you something.
Yeah.
When we do have the New York Comic-Con, we are gonna get together with some Spill members there and throw down.
Oh, yeah. And we can't forget about our old pal Joel.
Oh man, Joe, we
OG.
you remember? Were you with
Or
us?
OC, original crew.
Or OJ, original Joe.
Yeah.
Man, that's right. You weren't with us. When
No,
we went.
no,
we
never-
went to
never
New
been.
York one time. That's right. You weren't with us, but Joel had this dog, and we crashed Joel's place in New Jersey when he was living there, and we were all sleeping on the floor. It was me, Yehudi, Jimmy,
Yep.
and my friend Andrew. And I woke up on the floor, and Joe, God bless his soul, the dog is dead now. It was a dog named, what was that dog's name? Chet.
Yeah.
I woke up, and
Oh,
Chet
Chet.
was, you remember Chet?
Yeah, Chet used to live here in town, right?
Yeah, Joe had that dog when he was a puppy.
Oh, no shit.
Joe
Chet
used
died.
to bring that dog everywhere he went,
Yeah,
man.
I remember Chet.
Joe
Oh,
was
man.
taking
He's
like-
dead?
Yeah, Chet is dead, man.
Shit.
Yeah, God
Oh,
bless you.
Sorry,
just
Joel.
the wind beneath my wings.
Chet's up there barking at the good Lord.
Let me pour some of this Corona on the new
Yeah,
floors right here
there
that
you
Ruben
go.
put in for Chet.
Yeah.
Hey, what you
For
spilling
you,
that shit on my
Chet.
floor for?
Yeah.
No, man.
It's Military, Chet.
Let me pee in the corner for Chet.
Yeah.
Man, Chet, I woke up and Chet was a weird dog. I used to like Chet a lot, but I woke up and Chet was over my face, staring at me, like standing up, just
Yeah.
staring, not moving, not licking my face or anything, just looking at me.
Yeah.
And I told Joel, I said, man, this is a weird fucking dog you got, man.
That's Chet. He's a weird fucking dog. Yeah.
That's Joel. He's a weird fucking dog owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, people, you might not remember the real deal.
Nobody remembers
Yeah.
that.
No, what am I talking about? You
Yeah.
might not remember. Of course you don't remember. Joel used to do sound effects on that show for us, and he had this dog that he had since he was a puppy. Joel used to take that dog on dates. Though he's tried to slip that dog in a fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
Joel tried to do that
Yeah.
shit where he came in a long trench coat.
Yeah.
It'll be
like
like a
Three Stooges move.
Three Stooges style, yeah.
Yeah.
He come in a long trench coat. He had the dog propped up on his shoulders,
Yeah.
so it looked like a man with a dog head and human hands.
Yeah, they were the original Shaggy and
Scooby.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had Chet when he was a scrappy dude.
That's right.
And so Joel is always asking about you, man.
Oh yeah.
And Joel is saying he can't wait for you to come to New York. And I said, well,
I-
we have Comic-Con there.
I can't wait to see his. That's because the last time I talked to him, he was on the phone drunk. I think he called me. I can't remember how it happened, but I just remember like getting a phone call.
Was I there with him?
I don't know. I can't remember, but it was on a weekend, and I just remember real late at night, somebody called me, and it said Joel, and I was like, oh fuck, Joel. He's like, hey, cuz, what you doing? I was like, I'm hanging out with you. I can only imagine what you're doing. He's like, hey, hold on. And then he hung up, and I was like, okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Click. Yeah, Joel. See, the thing about Joel is so quiet, but when Joel gets full of that alcohol, he gets crazy.
Yeah. It was like a running joke on our show, just because. He's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde with that fucking drinking, and I think we convinced a lot of people that Joel was an all-out alcoholic, even though that was far from the real issue.
Well, he is today.
Oh, is he now?
Yeah, he finally got there.
Yeah.
He finally made it.
I'm surprised he hasn't made a trip back to Austin.
He wants to come back to Austin so bad. He's always saying, "Going or harm me."
Yeah.
He always calls me that too, Coleman.
I remember he used to call. Well, never mind. I know how he used to call Leon. Leon's name. Yeah. I won't say it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to be so cryptic, y'all. We can't reveal any more information at this point.
No.
But yeah, I remember because for some reason when we used to do the show, they had a sound effect for Leon's name.
Yeah.
And whenever Leon would try to give a review, Joe would play that sound. And Leon would get so mad.
He would, and I'd laugh my ass off because I'm right next to him. When I'd hear it like in the corner of my ear, like.
Let's just say, he would play that sound effect and go, Leon.
Leon.
Now that's not what it really was, but it was something close to that.
It's something close.
And Leon used to sit there and get so angry, and it got to sometimes where he would just try to ignore it, but you could still tell it was upsetting him.
Oh yeah.
Because Leon used to try to be so eloquent with those reviews, and he'd be like, I believe that this motion picture failed in the sense that the storytelling.
Leon.
And Leon just stood up there and he paused for a moment.
Yeah. It was about as equivalent as hearing a jackass go hee-haw. And another reason why I thought this movie was bad was because the score was overpowered. Hee-haw. Oh God. Where did that come from?
And he stood up there. He tried to act so proper. He paused. Anyway, as I was saying, as if to say, you're not going to get to me, Joe.
Yeah, you're not getting the best of me while I'm right next to him, laughing my ass off.
And I used to.
And he looked at me. I think I saw a tape once, and every once in a while he would look at me like. You are so immature. How can you laugh at that? That is not funny.
Yeah,
sorry.
As if to look at you and be like, don't encourage him, co-host. You're only going down to his level.
Like, that's right. That's right, Joel. Leon does not stand for baloney.
I used to tell Joel to do it too. And sometimes Joel would come in drunk and he just would go crazy on that soundboard.
That's right.
He'd be back there like he was composing a symphony. You hear all kind of screams and all kind of stuff going on. I remember he played this sound effect once that we I don't even know if he knew what he did. He did something where he combined two sounds at the same time, and it sounded like a woman having an orgasm, except it echoed. And it was a woman like, and I looked back and I said, play that again. He's like, I can't. I don't know how.
I don't know how. I fucked it up. That was an accident.
Yeah, it was an accident. We never, because he looked over at me like, I don't know what I did. Man, Joel is so funny because Joel, he is like Jekyll and Hyde. Have you ever been kicked out of a bar with him?
No.
I have. They told me that a guy told me you have to get your friend and you got to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I had to carry him out. And
what was the reason?
Drunk.
He was
fucked
just fucked
up.
Is
what he was. Yeah.
Because he's not like a yeller. He's man. It's been so long. Usually when I used to hang out with him and get drunk, I mean he just looked like he's about to pass out half the time. He looked like he's like walking was like it was like walking on the moon for him. He was just like looking around like really slow. I'm like I'd hit him on the back. Joe, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah. You had that late reaction.
Yeah.
I think what happened was, and I'm not trying to call him out because I've done this too, been drunk and talked to girls and scared the shit out of them. I think that's what you've seen him do this before.
Yeah.
He go up and just like he would home in on a girl. Like you could tell what was gonna happen. Like, oh no, man. Oh, Joe, don't. Because he would like be sleeping, then he'd look at one girl and just get up. Like Joe. Oh shit. And he start talking. That's what happened. He started talking to some girl, and the bartender came over. He's like, oh, you got to get your friend. You got to go. He can't stay here anymore.
And it's funny that you brought up the whole sleeping thing because I've seen him like talk to girls before, or he'll wake up, he'll be alert, like his girl sensor will fucking start flashing. He's like, oh shit, and then he'll go up, start talking. He's like, hey, how you doing? And then he closes his eyes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's like, he'll close his eyes with a big smile, like he's really listening. It's almost like a Ray Charles thing.
Yeah.
And I look at him and I'm like, Joel, did you pass out on that chick?
He's done that several times.
Yeah.
There was a girl that I was talking to.
Uh-huh.
Like, this is a girl that I started going out with,
Mm-hmm.
almost ruined by Joel because Joel fell asleep
Uh-huh.
and his hand, I don't know what he did, but his hand, I don't know if he thought he was with an ex-girlfriend or if he was in bed with the girlfriend, but he put his hand on this girl's leg and it just stayed there. And the girl looked at me and she's like, what's this? And I had to tell her, like, he's drunk. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's not sexual. Yeah. It's not perverted. He doesn't know where he is.
Look at his eyes right now.
They're
closed. Yeah, they are closed. He's snoring right now. he thinks he's at home with a chick.
He thinks he's petting Chet.
Yeah, I know.
Who's Chet? Your leg.
Yeah.
But no, and I think she actually thought like we were trying to pull some kind of ploy, like.
Oh.
Because that's what I told her. I said, look, he's drunk. I was like, he's knocked out. And she's like, oh, he's knocked out. And I was like, no. And that's when I hit Joel, and it's like, watch this. And I just knocked him over. He just fell on the floor. Watch. Look at the vomit on the side of his mouth. You can't tell.
I know. No.
Man, you should have been with us one night when we were at a bar up in New York, and he was so drunk. He was playing air guitar in his seat.
I can see that.
And the bartenders, they kept laughing at him.
Yeah.
Because people, you can't see it, so I can only make co-hosts laugh at this because But he was on a stool, and he got so into it, like his legs were up in the air like this. Imagine
he's like in a fetal position going berserk.
Imagine when you turn a beetle over and their legs are flailing around. And that's what he was like in that stool. He put his legs up and he was jamming. And the bartenders kept just walking by and kept laughing.
It's like he's riding a bicycle in midair. Like, going crazy.
And it started out subtle, like he was actually like he was doing
jamming.
He was doing air chords at first. And he plays guitar, so you can tell he knew what he was doing. But at the end of the night, he was just jamming out.
He lost all control. His feet had to jam too. His old legs had to jam.
He got up and he broke an air guitar like the Who.
Joel, the only one-man band, do air one-man band. He's playing the drums with his feet. Like, well, yeah.
The one-man air band. Yeah. He's playing kazoo and shit.
Drunk off his ass.
Yeah, it was bad.
Guy. I look forward to the New York Comic-Con just to hang out with Joel.
I think we're gonna get you there. The reason why no one could go to Comic-Con this year, and I wasn't gonna be able to go at first.
Right.
It just so happens now. I have to give Cyrus credit for this. He did. He helped me out because you know how much it would have cost for three of us to go?
I'm sure it would be
just
fucking
three.
expensive.
It
I
would
can't
have cost
imagine.
$8,000.
Whoa. Yeah.
$8,000 to go to San
crazy.
Diego. Those fuckers in San Diego, man, they jacked the prices.
Oh yeah. I heard this year like everything went up. So
yeah, so they just.
I'm sure it's gonna keep going up. So
and they said, Corey, you can't find a place to stay. Ain't nobody going.
Yeah.
And I got lucky. My man Clint helped me out, and he let me stay with him. Now on the weekend, I will be at a hotel, and Cyrus did this. God bless him, man. He went and found. Well, actually, we all got the email, but he made sure that everybody got it. We have a friend named Chip who's doing a panel with Stan Lee. He set up this panel with Stan Lee, and he's like, listen. We have hotel rooms that we got to get rid of. They're going for $250.
Oh yeah.
That is fucking cheap.
Yeah, that is
for where the hotel that they got. So we were able to arrange that to get 3 nights there. And yeah, man, I really appreciate Cyrus doing that.
Yeah, that's cool. And I figured, if they had to get somebody, because I was thinking, well, if none of us are there, it's gonna suck. Just because that's a big fucking event.
You gotta
go,
man.
Somebody has to fucking be there. And I figured it'd be you, just because you always do a great job on those interviews and stuff. And I'm like, of course they're gonna. If it does happen, they're gonna sing Corey. And if none of us get to go, oh well,
Well, I just didn't want you guys to think that I didn't have you in mind. I really tried to swing it. I did a lot of like.
No, I know. Last week I noticed you were like busting your ass trying to. Before we did the show, you were like, you told me I'm still trying to figure out this Comic-Con shit, and
I was trying to figure out.
I was like, you know.
I even did this. I said, well, maybe somebody can go, and I think it would have been you since you never went. And I tried to actually use my JetBlue miles. To get you there, and
that would have been that would have been cool, but I would have felt
they don't
bad.
fucking go to San Diego from here. I think here's the funny thing: they fly from San Diego to Austin, but I don't think you can fly from Austin to San Diego.
Oh, really?
That's the impression I got when I was online trying to make plans, because I have a lot of miles, and I got a couple of free tickets, which would have got you there and back.
That's cool, man. Like I said, no worries. I mean, I was like, I really wish I would have jumped on, because I was telling myself, I'm like, you know what? I want to honestly just pay the money just to get there and, just hang out. If Spill can't send me there, I'm going to send myself there just because I want to experience it. And when I heard that we may have had a chance to go, I was like, well, maybe I'll hold off. But I think next year, I honestly think I'm probably just going to spend the money. And I'll use your credit card or Leon's.
Okay.
And if I could,
thanks for telling me ahead of time.
Oh yeah. I'm always courteous. But no, and just really go, because I just want to go. I really just want to go. This year would have been cool because I hope to God you make it to the Walking Dead.
I got shot down, man. I hope I get to the panel, but we got a press invite, and I don't know if I did it too late or if they just had too many people. But I sent my request to go and do some interviews with those guys.
Oh, no shit. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was hoping to talk to Frank Darabont.
Yeah.
We talked to before.
Yeah, I know you guys talked to him.
I was hoping to talk to Robert Kirkland, who wrote the comic and all that kind of stuff, and they just sent me an email back and said, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we got overflow. We can't get you in.
I'm sure everyone's going to be
yeah. So I'm going to try and go to the panel.
Yeah.
And at least
at least you can go to the panel, because I know I think they're going to show some clips from the show.
And
so,
people won't be able to watch the clips, but what I will be able to probably do, I think I'm going to try and stream a lot of these things live so that you can listen to the audio at least.
You should, man. What I loved at least the last few times you guys went, when you guys were just recording the panels alone, which I told you I wanted to do. I just wanted to record a lot of those panels and put them up on the website right after they're done. Because I love listening to those. I know you guys did one for Terminator Salvation.
Yeah.
That was really fun to listen to, especially getting
that was at the New York
Q&A.
Comic-Con, I think.
Was that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have done that before, and I always love listening to those. I love listening to all the panels, and I definitely want to be there this year only because I'm a big fan of Smallville. It's their last year.
Oh, you're gonna
it's their
miss
last year,
episode.
and it's their last year, and it's their last Comic-Con. And I was hoping there'd be some news on young Clark Kent putting on the official Superman suit. But hopefully, But I'm like, hey, you know what?
That would have been cool.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was kind of cool. It's always cool for me, at least. Going on the website, looking for like stuff that that we put up, and going on other websites, hearing like the news as it comes in.
Yeah.
Especially like going on YouTube, looking for people putting up videos, because sometimes people go and sneak in video of the shit they're showing. And I always have a good time looking for that shit on YouTube before they take it down.
Yeah.
So, but hey, man, have a good time, shit, when you're there.
I can tell you some of the stuff I've been confirmed for. Let me see.
Yeah. That's actually.
I'm talking to one of the actors from Tron Legacy. So
no shit.
Cool. And I'm talking to the guy who does Cleveland on Family Guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought that was.
Now, is that guy black? I've always wondered that.
No, I do is white.
Is he? He is?
White as fucking white.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I was curious about that. I was watching the Cleveland show. I've only seen like 2 episodes, but half the time I was wondering, like, I never really thought about it, but is this being played by a white actor or a black actor? I can't tell.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a white actor.
Okay.
So yeah, somebody said I'd have a one-on-one with him, and then I'm going to be doing some red carpet stuff. We just stand there and just wait for people to pass by. Like for Priest, I think I'm going to be in on that.
Yeah. Well, this is a good year to go. I mean, I don't know how much Marvel's going to do with especially Thor and Captain America. But I'm assuming there's probably going to be something there for Green Lantern too. So
there is.
Oh, is there?
I think yeah. So there's going to be a lot of stuff happening. I'm going to try for the things I don't get interviews for. I'm going to try to actually just go into some panels and stream those and see what we can do.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. So it should be a good time, man.
Awesome.
And before I forget, we will be doing a Spill meetup, bringing some Spill people together at
Cool.
DW's Lounge. Jimmy just finished the video tonight, so I'm going to post a video for that.
Oh, cool.
So people will have a chance to hang out with other Spill members there.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the Marriott Marina, which is right next to the convention center where the Comic-Con event is taking place.
Yeah.
So DW's is right inside that hotel. It's one of the first restaurants you come to when you go to all that eatery stuff. When you go to eat.
get your eat on.
When you get your grub on. Yeah, that will be on Saturday. That's the 24th, I think, or the 23rd. I'm not sure. Whatever. This Saturday coming up.
You see it on the video.
Yeah, you'll see it on the video. It'll be this Saturday. Let me see. I want to make sure, because now I'm confused. I might not make it there myself. I don't know what time it's going to be.
Don't miss that.
Yeah, it's the 24th.
There you
Saturday the 24th is where it's going to be, around 7 to 7:30ish. And hopefully last time we had a nice handful, a little more than a handful. We had a nice group of Spill people.
You guys videotaped it, right?
We videotaped everybody saying, "Let's do it."
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
See, we could have done a live.
That was awesome.
There if you could have been there.
Could have done it.
Could have, should have.
Yeah, hey,
would have.
it's in the past now. No time to do it.
Make plans for next year, right now. Making plans right now. Put that on the schedule.
Buy my ticket right now.
So since I gotta go catch a flight possibly early, I'm trying to get a flight early in the morning because my flight right now leaves at 4. I'm missing a good full day of Comic-Con stuff.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, because now they have like a whole Thursday deal, which I guess they've been doing that for a while.
Yeah, I'll be there on Thursday all day long, but
Uh-huh.
I need to figure out what's going on tomorrow. I'll miss the Stan Lee thing if I can't get there on time, so I want to get there early enough. But yeah, the point is I got to get up maybe early, so we might not do that long of a show this week.
Right. Yeah, that's cool.
But it's okay because one of the things I want to go through are some of the videos that people have been sending.
Yeah, you kind of were teasing me with you putting that fucking feather in my robot ass,
tickling your robot ass with this feather right here.
Get me excited.
Is it a feather?
Yeah, it better be. It fucking better be. I thought I saw a feather.
Yeah, it sure is light if it ain't a feather.
If it is a feather, I'm like, man, Corey, you need to go see a doctor about
Your shit done swamp.
Yeah.
And it's very hairy. No, there's a lot of videos people have been sending over on my page, and I know if they're on my page, they're on your page.
They usually send me the same shit.
Yeah.
Too.
So I was looking at some of these videos, and they had me laughing.
All
Some
right.
of them were kind of going along the lines of our Sesame Street memories.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
others were just things. I don't know if they've been on the internet for a while. I don't know if they're new, if they're old, but I hadn't seen them. One video in particular just had me cracking up, man. And then somebody made a music video from one of our audios.
Okay, yeah, that I saw today before I left. I didn't get to watch it, but
okay.
I didn't watch it, but I saw the title. I can't. I think it was. Was it MDS?
MDS.
Okay, yeah.
He said this guy needs a shout out for whoever did
Yeah,
this.
you need to watch
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
All right,
and
cool.
See who did this, but I listened to it. It's real quick, and I listened to it, and I was like, man, that's pretty funny.
Is it okay? Yeah, you were
They did
laughing
some
your
good
ass
editing,
off
man.
you were laughing your ass off when you were showing it.
And
Or
you
at
know
least
what?
when you were listening to it.
You will too.
Oh, I better.
God damn it.
Well, fuck, man. Let's get into this already.
All right, man. Well, shit. You know I got somewhere to go. You got somewhere to go.
I got somewhere to go. We're all ready to go.
Let's do it.
Oh,
No, Goatsy, I'm sorry, man. He's got his bags.
Look at him, man. He's all dressed up like he's wearing his goddamn Green Lantern costume. Oh, dude.
I'm sorry. We couldn't get you approved, man. I tried to put you in my bag. You don't fit. You're going to have to, like, take that thing
Maybe you
off.
would have painted your head green, put some big ears on you. You can be like Yoda. Corey take you in with a backpack. Yeah.
Could have been my Yoda doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Goatsy. You're going to have to, like, just wait till next year,
You
man.
better
I'm
get that
so sorry.
guitar, fucking tune that shit.
Oh, look at him.
So you and I, Goatsy's all right. He's pulling out his guitar. He's
okay.
sad, but
he's sad, but he's ready.
You gotta get a check.
Ready.
Yeah. Let's do this!
Oh shit, man! Goatsy's a trooper. He's mad. He's
pissed. Out. He's putting that anger in his music. Use it, Goatsy. Use it.
Inspiration.
That's right.
Oh, look, he flew off. Look at that.
Shit. Yeah.
He's a real hero. There's somebody even sent us, well, I already mentioned that. Somebody sent us a video that used to make me laugh on Sesame Street. But before we get into that,
all right.
I want to play this one video right here, man, that somebody sent you.
All right. What is this video called? So I guess
it's called The Best Cry Ever.
All right. Look that up, kids, right now while we talk about it.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube. Best cry ever.
I don't know where this came from.
Mm-hmm.
I have my suspicions of what show this is from, and I'll tell you when we finish this, but I don't know where it came from. And I don't know if this is old or if this is something that's popular on YouTube. I know that somebody has already done a spoof of this using the same footage.
Yeah.
So it might be kind of popular, but it cracked me up when I first saw it.
Okay.
So...
And the funny thing is, you look at it, it looks like Danny Glover. Like I know somebody put this on my page because I was about to watch this, and I was like, oh, it's Danny Glover. You must be talking about the whole Mel Gibson fucking craziness. And I was distracted. Somebody called me or something. I didn't get to watch it.
It does look like
It really does. You look at him, it's like, God damn it, Riggs. That boy's always fucking up. I try to tell him, Riggs, control yourself.
Control your anger, son.
Yeah. Now he's talking about my people. That ain't right. Just because I refuse to do the next Lethal Weapon, that ain't right.
I'm going to get raped by a pack of what?
Call Joe Pesci, motherfucker. He ain't doing shit.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
And the thing is, it starts out even crazy. You're going to hear the beginning of it, and you're going to think like, oh, man, that's funny. But no, it gets funny. Wait, you got to wait for it. Here it is. I think.
Because I know somewhere deep down in my heart, I still love you.
Now, listen to this. This is the Danny Glover guy, the Danny Glover lookalike making this noise. The thing is, it looks like this dude is acting.
Yeah,
man.
I know. What is really weird about it is that as soon as he starts crying like that, he grabs his fucking chin like he looks like he's really thinking or contemplating about something, and he's like contemplating something, and he's like, and then he puts his like fist, like he's resting his head on his fist.
Like he's thinking about it, like
thinking, like really thinking hard, just going, yeah.
Am I really sad about this shit?
Yeah.
But man, this really does. This sounds like a fucking barnyard animal being born.
It does. Well, it sounded like that, and it also sounded like a horn.
A horn.
Going up.
Listen to it. It sounds like when a goat is born.
Yeah. It sounds like he's giving birth to a goat. That's what it sounds like. Oh God.
It does sound like. You know, I thought he was gonna go like.
Oh no.
Mammy.
I was about to say it. I didn't want it to sound racist, but he was starting to sound like that goddamn WB frog in there.
Mammy. I'm the WB. But it does.
Listen to it.
It also does sound like a horn too.
Yeah,
right.
it does. I also got a hint of remember in the Peanuts cartoons when the adults talk, it's like wah, 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 wah. Play that.
Let me see if I can find that.
Yeah.
That is what it sounds like when
Yeah.
Peanuts go like, yes ma'am. Let me see, hold on.
Yeah. Oh man, good luck finding that. I don't know.
Oh, I know.
I guess I would put in Peanuts adult voice probably.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, you can do it right here.
Yeah, we can do that.
Like when Charlie Brown's in class, he's like, excuse me, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Yeah, it does. Let me see if I can find that, man. But what gets me at the beginning is this brother right here.
Oh, yeah.
No, somewhere deep down in my heart.
This dude looks like he's a black dude, look like a rapper. He's talking about somewhere deep down in my heart. He sound like that old chicken from that cartoon. A man.
I was like, is he reenacting a scene or something from a movie? That's what it felt like.
Abner, deep down in my heart.
Somewhere down in my heart.
That screams community acting.
I still love you.
I was like, is this a Brokeback Mountain scene that he's doing or something?
It could be.
Yeah.
It could
Yeah.
be.
This is the scene that was cut out before they started getting into the lovemaking. when he was
like, this is like when he puts it in.
I was about to say.
I can't quit you now. Bend
Yeah,
over.
yeah. Oh,
You better lube that shit up next time.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find this.
Mammy. Wow.
See if I can get on YouTube right here and find that.
Yes.
But you know what else it sounds like?
What?
I tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like the beginning. I'll tell you what it sounds like here. Let me look it up and make sure I can find it.
All right.
It sounds like you remember that LL Cool J song, Going Back to Cali?
Yes.
Listen to this. Oh shit, they're gonna give me a fucking commercial.
Yeah.
God damn it. Don't.
Right there. That's it.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
It's time when two becomes one.
Yeah, wait a minute. Hold on, I got it right here. No, wait a minute, hold on.
Perfect.
Wait a minute, here it is right here.
That's perfect. Yes. I love this dude. Well, yeah. Welcome to Let's Do This.
Yeah,
we do
welcome to
dumb
Let's Do
shit.
This, everybody.
We do dumb shit like this all the time.
We can do this all
Yeah,
people.
I know.
But somebody actually did do that. They did it with a Slayer song.
Yeah, they did it with a Slayer song.
Yeah, that made, I thought like, oh, somebody already doing some dumb shit on this. It's not gonna be that funny, but that shit cracked me up hard, man. Listen.
Yeah.
That is so perfect,
That
man.
is fucking perfect. Oh God, I will never listen to Angel of Death the same way ever again.
I gotta thank my man JC for
Yes.
sending that through. That was that cracked me up so hard, man. I could watch that shit all night. I really think
I know.
I really think we're gonna animatize this.
Yeah.
I really want to take this and animate this.
Oh, okay, we'll do it.
I mean, that dude at the beginning alone, when you listen to it, it sounds like a chick, doesn't it? It sounds like a black chick.
I know. Somewhere deep down in my heart.
Sounds like Florida from Good Times.
Yeah, that does sound like Florida. So we got the new Medina. Medina.
Yes.
I still love you.
Damn.
Man.
That does sound like that shit sounds like something straight out of a Tyler Perry movie.
It does.
Like
It's
that
about
last
the
movie.
quality of acting too.
I still love you. You want to see,
Oh my
that
God.
video that somebody put up?
Yeah.
Okay, this was, man, we lose track of everything that we say on here. And I forgot this whole conversation that we had about eating meat.
Uh-huh.
And somebody took what we said
Uh-huh.
and made, like we went on this whole rant, like, you ain't a real man if you don't eat meat. Get a hamburger. And somebody,
I
somebody
remember.
took that and put it to an actual commercial.
Okay.
Check this shit out right here, man. And I'll put these videos up on the post.
On the post, cool.
Hey, sissy. Still eating vegetables? Well, put that broccoli down. Be a man and eat a hamburger made out of real meat. You want to fuck hot chicks? Eat meat. Faggot. You fucking faggot.
Nice.
Yeah, that was. See, people, you'll see it on the post,
Yeah.
but it's somebody took a McDonald's and they timed it up perfectly. Like they took Ronald McDonald saying this stuff, and they even took some Ronald McDonald hot chicks,
Yeah.
and put them in the video.
Fucking great, man.
Yeah, man, these people who do these videos, man,
Lots of talent. Boy.
lots of talent out there. That's something else. There, you people are something else, bro. Yeah, going back to that other video, man, that did. I did kind of remind me of Danny Glover. Look at that. Somebody put up "eat the poo poo" and all that.
Oh
shit.
Yeah. I love that video, boy.
I love that video too, man. What the hell? What's going on here? I could just see this actually playing out like that, like somebody actually got a hold of Danny Glover. Danny Glover, what do you think about Mel Gibson's racist comments of getting fucked by a pack of niggers? They could catch this dude.
Yeah.
I just love how there's no tears come out of his eyes. He's like, he just stopped acting right now. He can't carry this shit through. Look at this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little bit too. Man, so what's been going on with you, sir?
This past weekend I was actually hanging out with Jason, and he had a horror-thon going on at his place, which was pretty badass because it was a 24-hour horror-thon, and, with something like that, that it can always go wrong, to where you can just have a slew of just fucking god-awful movies, which there were. There's quite a few, but there were a few rare gems that one movie I never saw, which you've probably seen it, called The Entity.
Yeah,
I think we were talking about
that ghost was raping people.
Yeah, there was a ghost raping this one chick in this house, and I mean that shit was fucking disturbing and brutal. I mean, and this is a chick with a family, like with kids, and this shit is going on.
That ghost said, "Fuck your family."
Yeah, it's an old film. I wish I could remember the actress's name.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
The Entity,
but,
man.
Wow, I've never seen that movie, and I've heard of the title. But I had no idea what it was about, and I have to admit, I mean, that movie, for the time it was made, really impressed the hell out of me.
Yeah, it was made in 1981, and I just remember being a kid and kind of getting off on it.
Believe me, there are plenty of titty shots in that movie, but it's very disturbing titty shots. Barbara Hershey, yeah. Which she was fucking fantastic in it, and you really, really felt fucking awful for her character and what that character was going through. And apparently the movie claims it was based on a true story, an event based on a woman who is getting raped by a poltergeist. So I don't know how true that is. I'm sure
it ain't.
I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean,
you know what happened?
Because the way it made it seem like it's like these like I guess after the movie. There'll be like a script where it tells you what happened after the events of the film, and one of them was like, the rapings became less and less. It became less and less of an occurrence. And
it didn't help that she was hot.
Yeah,
and see, this is the sad thing, people. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude. I don't mean to be sexist here, but you gotta understand, I was a kid.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking like, well, it's not rape if you can't see the person doing it. It's a ghost. Yeah. Is it really a rape if it's dead?
I know.
So I was thinking, I can kind of get off on this.
Yeah, it was. Believe me, it was hard. Well, it was actually easy not getting a robot erection in a room with a bunch of dudes. But
Barbara Hershey's fine.
You know what? She was fucking gorgeous in that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, for an older lady, and it's funny because
an older lady.
Well, the thing is,
a cougar.
Well,
was raped by a ghost.
For a cougar. There's scenes where she has a teenage son, where when I caught the middle, I guess the kind of the middle of the film, and there's a scene where she's she's side by side her teenage son, and I thought they were a couple. I was like, oh man, shit, this is a lucky kid fucking banging this fucking chick, and then you realize it's his mom.
That's his mom.
Like, oh, I was like, wow, how old is she? Shit, but she looked great. I mean, fuck, I don't know. I'm curious what her last movie was.
I can look and find
Yeah,
that.
go ahead and look it up, man. But that was a great movie, discovering that. And
yeah, what was it? That's a good question. What was her last movie?
Yeah.
She's about to come out in a movie called Insidious.
Oh, okay.
Man, she's been in a bunch of movies ain't nobody heard of.
Yeah.
Like, have you heard of this? She was in The Bird Can't Fly. You remember that one? That classic?
No.
How about
No.
Love Comes Early? Oh, I'm sorry, Love Comes Lately. You remember that movie?
No.
Oh man,
saw
that was a great one.
I saw the X-rated version of that. But no.
Uncross the Stars. You remember that wonderful piece of song?
Was that was that like a Roger Corman
How
film?
about Albert Schweitzer?
Never heard of it.
Good guy, man. So
no.
yeah.
Oh well. I mean, I don't know what happened to your career.
Yeah, I don't know it either.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what happened.
It went the same way as Bobcat Goldthwait. But
she made a bunch of shit nobody heard of.
Yeah.
Apparently, when she ain't getting raped by ghosts, ain't nobody giving a shit.
Yeah, like after seeing her naked and what she could really do. Yeah, I mean, nobody was like, hey, if she's not getting raped, I don't care.
Yeah, by a ghost.
Yeah.
I like feminists are coming out now and they're like,
Yeah.
you son of a bitch, ghost rape is real rape.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I loved when there's a part in the movie where I guess her psychologist is talking to a group of people, and at the end they just determined that she's just real horny. That's all her problem is. This is like another extreme version of masturbation.
Well, that's the real story. I was gonna say earlier, she just got caught masturbating, and when a kid caught her, like, oh no, honey, it was a ghost. Yeah. he made me do it.
You know, and there's a scene where you see her in front of her kids, where this is happening to her, and you're like, okay, this is fucking weird. This is fucked up right now. This is like one of those goddamn taboo like pornos right now.
Yeah.
This is very strange.
It's
She's
like
doing
a
this
fetish
in
porn
front of
that
her.
way.
Yeah, in front of her kids, and they're crying. I'm like, oh, this is so wrong.
Yeah.
Make it stop. Yeah.
The story was like, every man. Look, again, feminist. I don't mean to be mean, but you know she wanted it from that ghost.
Yeah.
That ghost was coming in every night. And she was letting them in. Like,
Yeah.
come on, he just got a legs right up. Come on,
Yeah.
do me, do
I know.
me, baby.
I was like, I wish I had that problem with a female ghost.
I
you
know, right?
It's like,
That was a guy.
yeah, all I thought, I made a comment there. I was like, well, at least she doesn't need a dildo anymore. And now everyone was looking at me like, oh, you had to go there. Oh, I was like, what? It's a movie.
But you know what happened? Every night she was fucking that ghost willingly.
Yeah.
And then her son called her, and she's like, oh, get him off of me. Help. That ghost a victim, man.
I know.
That ghost was like, I ain't raped nobody.
I know.
She wanted it.
And there's a scene where she's hanging out with her boyfriend, and they're about to get into bed, and then all of a sudden that ghost just goes on a rampage with the boyfriend watching. Or at first he's just thinking she's kind of going crazy, and then he actually sees what's going on, and he's like, oh shit! But the look on his face, I was like, is this guy like getting off on this? Is this about to
That's
become
what
a
I wondered,
three-way? Yeah, I was like,
a
what
ghost
kind of,
three-way?
Oh, yeah, I was like looking at her. What kind of movie we watching here?
She just lying there with her mouth open and wide. Oh, you can't see anything. No.
I was about to tell Jason, look, I understand, if you're programming porno here, but this is kind of unusual with a bunch of guys. I like to at least be like another like handful of girls in here.
I know.
So I don't feel so strange.
That ghost probably didn't even want her, man.
Yeah, I know.
That ghost probably was coming in talking about boo, and she's like lying on the bed naked. Boo this right here. That ghost like, okay.
Boo, dude.
Boo. You actually like get. You able to like put a black light on that shit and you see like Slimer with a dick.
I don't even want to picture that. We can take that in all kinds. I'm surprised, and it's gonna happen. Like recently, there's been a slew of like TV and movie parodies. The porn industry has finally got back into that. Thank God, which is something they should have been doing a long time ago. But they're getting back into that where they're doing spoofs of TV shows and movies.
Yeah.
And this is something that would be kind of interesting to see. As long as a girl still likes it, it won't be rape. But as long as if a girl's getting into a ghost having sex with her, that'd be kind of hot, I think. That's me.
Yeah, they'd have to take the rape part out of it.
Yeah, it won't be rape anymore. Obviously, you'd have to love it. But
I mean, how would you do that? Though,
well, they already did it. I mean, they made that movie The Entity. I mean,
it'd be funny if it was actually a predator. that invisible suit that was doing ain't no ghost.
No. Don't ruin Predator like that, please, porn
that
industry.
Wasn't ghost rape. That was predator rape.
I know. There are already plenty of guys out there drawing pictures of that fucking shit. I saw a picture of an alien like fucking Sigourney Weaver. I'm like, that is not sexy. I don't know.
Damn,
I don't know what is wrong with people out there, but stop. Stop stop that shit.
Jesus, man, what is going on?
There's a lot
people
of,
draw
a lot of
crazy
fucking
shit.
crazy people.
People they draw shit like Chucky fucking Gizmo and things like
yeah,
that. What's going on?
yeah,
Like it's like not even.
It's not hot.
Yeah, it's not hot. Who's getting off on this?
That fucking guy drawing it. That's the only one that fuck up.
That dude that made the entity.
Right. Yeah.
And the entity. Let me ask you something. Was there a scene? Because I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was a kid and saw it.
Yeah.
I was kind of shocked because it looked like there was a scene where they were actually showing some sort of ghost penetration.
No,
coming close to it.
There's a scene. There are a few scenes where you see the ghost like sucking on her tits, and it looks. I mean, I know it had to have been done with like a compressed air or something, where they're pressing down. But yeah, there's a shot where you see the nipple of the woman, Barbara Hershey, go up and down, up and down. So and you see like these hand marks. Now I don't know how they did really like the hand marks, but I was pretty impressed. I was like, wow, I don't know what kind of special effects, because it's practical. I mean, it's real breast getting felt up and getting sucked on. But I was like, holy shit, how uncomfortable was that to film that shit? You know,
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure the guy had like a raging heart on when that was happening. But
I would.
I know.
Don't let me film.
Sorry,
that
you know.
Yeah. Let's film this shit in the dark.
Yeah.
Wait, they cut the lights on. There's me on top of it.
Yeah. All you hear is that springboard sound effect. Doing. Yeah.
How's that doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that movie I saw, and another film that I really want to recommend to you, Corey.
What is it?
Because I think you would fucking dig the hell out of it.
Uh-oh.
It's a Famke Janssen film called 100 Feet. And
I never heard of it.
Okay. Supposedly this film, one of the guys that we were hanging out with, after watching the film, I was like, wow, that film like really blew me away. Why in the fuck haven't I never heard of it? And he was like, well, it's a film. Look it up, actually, Corey. It was a film that was made by this director. Now, apparently the story is that the director apparently was involved in a I think he was involved in a drinking and driving accident. I could be wrong. But basically he was involved in a car wreck where he ended up killing the passengers of the other car that he got in a wreck with. And I think at some point he tried to get away, but I mean, I don't know if that's accurate.
Oh, what happens is, I'm reading it right here.
Are you reading her? Okay,
she kills her husband. She gets in an accident and is sentenced to house arrest.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about what happened to the director.
Well,
yeah.
Well, let me just tell you what the movie's about, and I'll let you continue because this movie
Right.
sounds actually cool.
Yeah.
This woman kills her husband. She is sentenced house arrest, and she kills her husband in self-defense.
Right.
And while she is sentenced to house arrest, she finds out that the house is possessed by the ghost of her dead husband, and vengeful.
Yeah.
Why can't I get my fucking words right? The vengeful.
I'll never get it right. Never.
That had me laughing last week.
I was still laughing. I watched all those videos last week.
Oh, I love that, man. Funny, I watched more too. The house is possessed by the vengeful spirit of her dead husband.
Yeah. And man, does she get it's one of those scenarios where when you think about it, she can't leave the house for any reason whatsoever. And there's a ghost in there beating the shit out of her. I mean, beating the living shit out of her throughout the whole movie.
It's like nothing but a wife beater with nothing else in it walking around the house. Cook me my goddamn food.
And the thing is that you can't help but sympathize for that poor woman because
nobody believes her.
Nobody believes her, and the thing is when it's pretty brutal, and the ghost effects are pretty goddamn cool. There's even a scene in there. I don't even want to spoil it. Just go rent this movie. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's a scene in there that is so fucking brutal that my jaw my robot jaw, if I had one, it would have hit the floor watching the scene because I was like, holy fuck. And as soon as you think, oh wow, how worse can this get? How worse can the scene get? It gets even worse. But it was well executed. I mean, the acting is great. And just the idea of the story, it's something if Paranormal Activity, people who complain that you don't see anything, if they would have shown everything, it probably would have been this movie. I suspect, and Leon would have fucking loved it.
What's up with these misogynistic ghosts, man?
In the case
beating
of
women and raping women,
I know,
ghosts are fucking assholes.
It was weird because I was like, is this some kind of trend here?
Yeah, is there a theme happening?
I was like, yeah, but at the same time, it's like, this movie apparently nobody saw because, like I said, I was asking the guy like, how come I never saw this? Apparently, the guy was involved in a car accident that he caused, ended up killing the other people in the car, and the director tried to take his own life by getting a piece of glass and trying to cut his throat. And
Did he succeed?
No, he didn't. And the thing is,
the director of this is a guy named Eric Red.
Yeah, and I'm sure if you Wikipedia that, you could probably read his story about what actually happened. But I mean, I think that incident happened after the filming of this film, so he was being accused of being a murderer, at least. But he basically had a bad rep because of that accident, especially after him trying to kill himself. So a lot of people didn't want to touch the film. But apparently,
so that's why you didn't really hear about it.
Yeah, you didn't hear about it. But apparently, Sci-Fi picked up the rights to the movie and aired it on Sci-Fi.
That's funny, man, because I remember they released that movie Powder, and that guy, he was he? I forgot the director of that movie. He had a history of being in. He was in a relationship with an underage boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they still the guy still has made movies and is still.
Oh, really?
And in Powder, it's funny because a lot of people complained about that guy directing another movie. They said, well, he was in an indecent relationship with a minor, with a young boy. And when you watch Powder, there's a scene in that movie, and I'm not out to witch hunt this guy. I'm just saying it's kind of weird how they won't let this guy release a film. But that guy that did Powder, that was dating or had a relationship or an affair or something with an underage boy, they let him not only release Powder, direct Powder, but there's a scene in there, knowing this guy's history, where they longingly have these shots of one guy in the shower, and he's half naked, and the shot is, you could tell that shot, it's almost like a lusting shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
it's like when Tarantino films his feet scenes.
Yeah,
it's a little too long.
The only reason why I bring it up is because even if I didn't know the guy's history, I'm not looking at it because I'm not looking for something because I know about the guy. I would have been like, man, that's a weird shot.
Yeah. Well, when I found out about Tarantino's foot fetish, and then every other film I saw, I was like, what are these unnecessary feet scenes, especially in Kill Bill? Oh, and especially in the director's cut of Death Proof, where there's like a whole scene revolving around one of the actress's feet, and I'm just like, okay, now
go back and look at Jackie Brown. Go back and look at Pulp Fiction.
Oh, Pulp Fiction. Oh, and even From Dusk Till Dawn, involving Salma Hayek and her foot.
Really? Was there one?
Well, when she's pouring down like whiskey or something, I can't remember. She's pouring down a drink into the mouth of Tarantino by her foot.
Oh,
remember
that's
that
right.
Scene?
Yeah.
It all
was there
starts to add
one
up.
in Inglourious Bastards?
Probably.
Hitler's foot.
Yeah, right. I can't remember now. Yeah, I'm
9.
Yeah, I'll say no. I can't because I can't remember. But
it's like that at this point where he knows it now. And he's like, oh,
he's been caught. A few people, because I know at least I when I was telling a friend about that, she ended up telling me a story involving him and somebody who knew. I even feel weird talking about it, but it's one of those stories
somebody
where
that we knew.
No, it's this girl I used to go to school with, and she was in that circle with Rodriguez and Tarantino while they were doing the Grindhouse movie, and she told me a story involving Tarantino and someone's foot, and I was just like, oh, okay, so obviously those stories are true. She was like, oh fuck yeah, that's why he has a fetish for.
Well, the reason why I asked if it was somebody we knew, because I've heard the same thing from Edie.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. Well, I've heard stories from people who worked at the Draft House. So
what was he doing? Like,
well, he was just at least a story that I feel like you're making me tell this.
I want to hear it.
No, yeah. Well, no, he basically made this girl who was working on the set like show her basically take out her foot show him. Like he requested that she take off her shoes.
Take off your foot, man.
Yeah, to look at
Take off your foot and give it to me,
yeah,
man.
I mean it's weird, but I mean it's not a big deal. But he basically stopped this girl who was working and for the production company, I think, and made her show him her feet. Right there. She's like, can you please take off your shoe? And she was like, what? And he's like, can you just take off your shoe?
And he grabbed it and runs off with
it. But it was weird hearing. I was like, really? And did she do it? And I can't remember if she
Quentin
did or not.
Tarantino.
Yeah, and I can't remember if she did or not, but it was just weird hearing
Want
that.
to show me your foot? Huh? Want to be in movies?
I know.
Show me your fucking foot then.
Yeah, and usually when I hear stories like that, I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, yeah, they sound interesting. I'm sure somebody, I don't think anybody will call up Tarantino like, did you hear what they said on Let's Do This? Like, what the fuck is that? But no, I mean, it's obvious the guy's like into foot fetishes. So when I hear stories, I believe them now.
Yeah. No, after seeing movie after movie.
Yeah, you start to
feet.
notice. Yeah, and I'm like, dude, take your fetish out.
I'm just waiting for him to make a movie where it's just a foot.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, it'll be called Feet.
Yeah, Feet. Yeah. Quentin Tarantino's Feet.
Yeah, when they took the title Happy Feet, he's like, God damn it.
It'll be a blaxploitation movie mixed with feet and it'll be called Nappy Feet.
Yeah.
Big foot with an afro on it. I'm no better than Cyrus, man.
No, you're not. But no, as far as 100 feet though, watch that film, man. That is
no pun intended.
Yes, no pun intended.
That's
at all,
Quentin
please.
Tarantino's remake.
I'm not Cyrus. Yeah.
You get 100. That's what you get. 100 feet.
Yeah, I know. But no, check out that film, man. I mean,
it sounds interesting.
It's fucking badass. It's great. It's honestly, I don't know what year it came out. I don't know if it came out last year or this year.
It came out 2008 is what I think.
Okay. But it's something to see. Yeah.
Let me make sure I saw it up there. Yeah, it said 2008.
It's something to see, and if you have Netflix, it's streaming on Netflix actually.
Wonderful. Love
Netflix,
boy.
There you go.
Netflix.
I'm addicted to fucking Netflix.
Damn.
I just got fucking Netflix the other day, and I am a fucking Netflix whore right now.
Oh man, that streaming shit is
dude.
so nice.
I've been, and I'm a big fan of documentaries, so I've been watching the fuck out of documentaries. Food Inc. Watch that film. I know every time I tell people, fucking watch Food Inc. So you goddamn idiot humans out there know what exactly is going in your body. And you're going to be scared when you find out. Oh, man. A lot of people automatically like, I ain't watching that movie. No, you need to fucking watch that movie. You need to see.
You need to learn something.
You need to learn and you need to realize like where the fuck your food is coming from and what it's actually doing to you. If anything, I'm trying to save your life. I don't know why I'm doing that. But, watch that movie. It's really fucking interesting.
Yeah, I heard that movie would fuck you up. They showed them. Or they showed chickens with 5 beaks and 10 legs.
And the thing is, a lot of people get turned off by the film because they expect to see a lot of that. It's not a lot of that. Yeah, they show some scenes where it's like, it's kind of disturbing, but I think it's stuff a few of us who pay attention to the internet, you already know half that shit. Mm-hmm. But they talk about exactly like how they're feeding the cows, which is by corn. How corn basically is the ultimate evil of everything right now. Because I mean, and it's corn. They turn it into everything, even refined sugar like fucking.
They show the hole in the side of the cow.
Oh yeah. They show that, and they basically tell you how a high fructose corn syrup and just corn in general is just about in every fucking thing you can imagine, even charcoal, which don't ask me how, but it's even in that shit.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm telling people, they keep trying to tell. I don't, look, I'm not better than thou.
Yeah.
I eat a hamburger every now and then, but I'm real.
Hey, I'm not putting you on trial. Don't worry, man.
Oh, don't worry. I don't eat that much beef. I ain't on trial. You're on trial. Goddamn, you're guilty. You're out of order.
I did
the hole in him is out of order.
I fucking did it. I'll do it again.
No, I like a hamburger, man. I cannot fucking overindulge is what I'm saying. And I'm trying to wean myself off of eating meat for like maybe once or twice a year. I've done. I mean,
good luck. Good luck with that.
What beef at least. And everything though, man, they talking about how you. I mean, even if the food is good for you, they say, well, you know how they like salmon. I like salmon. Like, well, that the way they fish salmon is fucking up the environment. I'm like, God damn, I can't eat nothing, man.
You know, the funny thing is that they're talking about how we feed our cattle corn, where cattle aren't used to, cows aren't used to eating corn at all. This is not part of their diet. They eat grass.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or we make them because it's a lot cheaper. But it also creates things like E. coli. Now they're saying that they're teaching fish to eat how to eat corn. Which is in the movie. They're like they're teaching fish are learning to eat corn. So they can
It's funny when you say
so they can
teach
harvest
fish,
more. Yeah.
I see somebody up on a chalkboard like a
Yeah.
farmer. Now
Uh-huh.
look here, fish.
Yeah, it's gonna fuck with their genetics so they can get bigger and
You're going
fatter.
to
and
eat
we
this
can
corn on the cob
Yeah.
with butter.
Yeah, it's gonna look like a goddamn Looney Tunes.
Yeah, they're gonna be sitting up there, corn,
Yeah.
fish eating like
Yeah.
with the little fins, corn
like,
on the cob.
Yeah, like the typewriter. Ding, ding.
It's a ding.
Yeah.
That's a good fish. You get an A.
That's right. Look at you, fish. Yo, nice and fat.
Give me some corn, I'll learn you. Teaching fish how to. God damn,
I know,
man.
dude. It's pretty scary, man.
I just don't even make any sense.
It doesn't. But once you realize what's in half the food out there sitting on the grocery shelves, I mean, you're like, wow, man, half that shit. I mean, everything that you can't pronounce in your food, it's usually corn. It's some kind of byproduct of corn.
I can see just corn.
like created in a lab.
They're trying to make everything eat corn now. They're
Yeah.
trying to make lions eat corn.
Yeah. I mean, corn is the new gold. I mean, really.
I just see somebody holding up a fish like, you
Yeah.
gonna eat this fucking corn and you gonna
Yeah.
like it, stuff it in his mouth.
I mean, it is
Shut up, eat it.
It is value. It pays off to be a corn farmer. Just turn that shit into they'll be turning it into clothes.
Kinda like,
fucking,
hey, forget acting, forget stocks, forget the stock market,
Yeah.
forget real estate, corn
corn. That's
is
it.
where it's
boy.
at.
Hey, you saw that movie Delicatessen, right?
Yeah,
Corn was more valuable than anything in that movie.
I thought eating people was more valuable than
No,
anything.
that's because if you couldn't get corn, but
Man, you thought you had corns in your shit now.
yeah, I know you be saving that corn in your shit.
Yeah, people gonna be trying to pick corn out of there.
Yeah, I know.
This is more valuable than gold.
Oh, that's just fucking gross.
The
Gone
days-
too far.
The day's coming. You wait and see.
Oh shit.
That's when society, is gone bad. We're picking corn out of our shit because it's valuable. No, don't flush that.
Yeah, it's money.
Yeah, that's valuable.
Money
Wash
down
that shit off.
Talk about money going down the toilet.
Well, man,
Oh, my God.
hey, I was looking at something. I mean,
Yeah, I just saw that on
see that
the
Captain America
on the
picture?
monitor. Is that from the movie, or is that like
no.
a production?
Look, here's
what
the deal.
fuck?
I like the way they put. Okay, we're on
What do you
we're
want
on
right
Yahoo,
now?
and I was just while we were talking, I was just going
Yeah.
through some pictures, looking at what we could find,
Uh-huh.
and they put this thing up called Captain America's movie look unveiled in an exclusive Comic-Con poster. I'm like, that's a fucking poster.
Yeah, it's a poster, and it's not a still from the movie or anything. It's like concept art.
Yeah, they show this in some concept art for Thor. And it's like,
And I'm like,
concept art always looks cool.
yeah, no, every fucking shot. If you looked at the concept art from the Star Wars prequels, you would think this is the fucking coolest movie that's ever gonna
Yeah.
exist ever. When they film this shit, it's gonna look just like this. It's gonna
Shit,
be
Jar Jar
fucking
Binks
badass.
look-
But Jar Jar Binks looks like fucking He-Man in those fucking shots. He looks like he's holding the lightsaber, man, badass.
Yeah.
And then when you see the movie, ain't nothing like
No,
that.
ain't nothing like that
No,
concept art.
no,
I don't know what the
not
fuck
at
they
all.
even tease people with this
They
shit.
do, and you know what? That's unfortunate, man, because I get pissed off when I see great concept art like that, where you're
Isn't
like,
that
okay,
brilliant?
even that one piece of art right there, that'll make a fucking dynamic action scene. That looks fucking epic in every way
And you ain't
possible.
ain't
And
that scene gonna be like this in the movie.
Not at all.
That
I
shit,
mean,
because they got this shit looking like dark, it's gritty.
Yeah.
When in the movie it's gonna be all colorful.
right. Because you know what, I I don't know, I don't even know if this is concept art. This could be just what they're claiming it to be, just a poster of Captain America,
Well, let's
and they're
look
gonna
and see
throw
what
the
they
movie.
say
Yeah,
here.
read what it says.
The images from one of the let me see here. The images from one of a pair of posters that will be distributed this weekend at the annual San Diego Comic-Con. It's a concept painting. Key word here is concept. That shows Captain America
Bullshit.
played in the
That's
movie.
another word for
Bullshit painting. Played in the movie by Chris Evans on the front lines of a battle in World War II. His costume, while obviously inspired by the comic book, looks to be more realistic and utilitarian than the original blue tights.
Really?
It does. I mean, it
I mean,
does
yeah.
look more like a BDU uniform. It looks more like
yeah.
an army uniform. I mean, and it's cool. I like the way it looks. I like the helmet.
And it looks cool how this picture depicts it. Yes.
Yeah, they definitely have taken. They've taken a cue from the Ultimates, the Ultimates of Captain America.
From the comic
here.
book, yeah.
And then we see now. Here's the deal. Here's some pictures of Thor. which looks pretty cool in his concept painting.
Yeah.
That costume don't look nothing like that in the pictures we've seen.
No, and that cape, I'm sure that cape is not going to look like that either. As far as it looks like a Superman cape blowing in the wind during this ultimate battle, and I'll be surprised if they even get a shot that remotely looks anything like that concept.
That shit's gonna look like a bath towel flapping against a box fan.
Yeah. Hopefully they won't pull some Spawn shit where they CGI that fucking cape.
Yeah, no, this is I mean, I'm not gonna judge. Hopefully, I don't know, the movie might look cooler than that, but don't try to sit up here and tease us with exclusive look at the movie's
they always
do
do that shit. But yeah, I mean, hey, the posters look fucking great.
Yeah,
whoever gets a hold of those posters, you keep them because they look awesome.
Shit. Put the poster up on the screen.
Yeah, the poster is gonna look better than the movie.
Probably. Yeah.
Which I mean, I also read that they're fucking converting those to 3D. And what pissed me off about that was
converting what to 3D?
They're converting both of those films, Thor and Captain
3D,
America,
of course,
into 3D. Yeah, and the thing is that the studio is like, oh well, we looked at the footage and how it would look 3D, and it looks great. You know, people don't have nothing to worry about. I'm like, no bullshit. If the fucking thing's not shot in 3D, it's not gonna look great in 3D. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, Marvel, you really do consider your fans a bunch of idiots.
Yeah. I mean, I'll hold judgment, but
yeah,
I'm always sort of wary when people take something that's not originally shot in 3D. I've heard, though, they have this new Sony 4G projector. And I went to see, I didn't see the whole movie, but the manager over at the Metropolitan, she's like, everybody was complaining about the 3D in Clash of the Titans. She said, if you see it on the new Sony projector, it looks great. She said, come here, let me show you something. She took me in there to watch the last few scenes of Toy Story 3. And man,
it made a world of difference.
Yeah, the depth in that is incredible, and it's not as dim either. Yeah, I would say check it out, man. Yeah,
wow,
it was pretty brilliant.
That is well. I hope that's true. I mean, that would be great. I mean, because the thing is, that's my biggest complaint with all these 3D movies. They are so fucking dim. You know, they look like bad light bulbs are in those projectors.
No, they look terrible.
I just don't get it. Yeah, and I'm surprised like the studios aren't getting down on these theaters for presenting their movies like that, you know?
Who knows, man? As long as they got one or two good theaters in there, they don't care. And when we saw Avatar at that bad screening, that was a press screening. Or not even a press screening. That was one of those pre-screenings for the press and public. As long as when people started paying, that's what really mattered. They didn't give a fuck what we saw because we weren't paying anything.
Yeah,
like put them in that shitty theater.
Yeah.
Even though you think it would make sense.
But I mean, but we're the ones who are going to write about it and talk about it.
Exactly.
So that makes no sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, man, time is drawing near to rock.
Oh,
rock, rocking and rolling.
Laughing at us about
he was, rock. He's still laughing out here.
He's thinking of some stuff. You know, he's like that. I thought it was complaining about Sammy, man. One person came
There's
on.
always somebody fucking complaining about
always
somebody
one person.
on this show. Yeah.
Sammy, the big Puerto Rican. They saw how big Sammy
was. Fuck
was.
that guy.
They wouldn't say shit.
Fuck him, not him again. That was his first show. Not him again.
Oh no. It was funny though,
motherfucker.
Because he just kept whispering shit in the middle of what we were talking about. He just come in with mumbling something every now and then. We would be talking and we would say, "Yeah, that was crazy." And you hear him in the background.
You can find him. He's in his car, thinking right now. I remember hearing. I looked over, and when I looked over, he stopped, but I was like, "Wait, what was that?" Is he thinking out loud or something? I don't know. Because he was just like laying down on one moment with the microphone.
He was laying down
the
mic. He was still talking on the mic.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And he knows that. He knows he's crazy. Okay.
Right.
Welcome to Fuck Your Thoughts.
Yes.
The email section of Let's Do This. We're going to fuck some thoughts right now. Starting with an email from A. Hugh Jazz. I don't know if it's like a name, A. Hugh Jazz, or if he means like a thing like a huge ass.
I get it.
A huge ass.
Very clever.
Yes.
Yeah. In Bizarre World.
I kept saying, and the thing is, I didn't get it until I kept saying it. That last time when I said it, I ain't gonna even lie, because I was like, a huge. Wait a minute, a huge.
Seymour Butts. What
dare you?
Why would I find you, kid? I'm rip out your
Masturbate, so you.
Yeah. Rip out your guts and use them to paint my wall.
Well, a huge ass says, "Greetings, matinee man, and some old bullshit better than sex robot."
Damn.
I just want you to ask one. Yeah. That's what he meant. I'm not reading this wrong.
Okay.
I just want you to ask one question. I know you want to ask us a question. Do you want me to ask a question?
I ain't asking nothing. I ain't no cop.
Yeah, what the hell? Ain't nobody interrogating you. Where were you last night? Was there ever a time when you were watching a horror movie scene with friends and it looked like it was about to have a jump scene, but it didn't happen? And since you were in the suspense, you ended up getting scared when one of your friends spoke. Oh.
No.
No. I can say no.
No, not really.
Nah, I can't say.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Next question.
Now who's the huge ass?
Yeah, I know.
You, Mr. Huge Jazz. Mr. Jazz.
What a great question.
No, that never happened. I know that there's been times when something was about to happen in a movie, like something intense. Mm-hmm. I don't even think there was about to be a jump scare. It was just a scene that was intense. Mm-hmm. And something did happen to me where I did jump.
I'm thinking right now, and I'm like, you know what? The movie I was just talking about, where you think that would be a movie to be prone to those type of scenes, didn't have a single scene in that movie like that, which is why I really dug it. I'm talking about 100 Feet again. So, yeah. Watch that movie. That movie really it really throws out the window the typical conventions you'd associate with a ghost story.
I just like that guy sitting there and he's all tensed up. I know this happened to him.
Yeah.
He's all tensed up and his friends like, "Hey man,
yeah.
Man, I'm just gonna ask you to pass the chips. That's all. Here, take them, get away from me."
Now I have done it a billion times where you have your friends in a room and they're just watching a horror film or something. Like I did it with Fish. We were watching during the horror-thon. We were watching Reg 2, and I knew he wasn't going to. But I always had to go. Bah! You just see it. He goes,
Hey man, quit.
Why I oughta? Yeah. I just feel like I have to do that just to either scare somebody or just annoy them.
Most people don't like that. I remember I did it. I did it to somebody, and I thought they were gonna laugh. And they looked at me like, "Don't do that." And they looked at me serious, like, "Don't." And I was like, "Sorry,
asshole."
Yeah, fuck you. This question is from Mike Chand, and he says, "What's up?" That's it. That's
what up?
No.
What up, Chand? I'm
not sure if I've asked you this already, but during your call-in show, you talked about how M. Night Shyamalan, Ding-along, or whatever, M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong, had inserted himself into Lady in the Water as a world-changing author. As egotistical as you said that was, is there anybody in the industry you wouldn't mind doing the same? Not in the same manner that he did, because one, Lady in the Water, I'm sorry, I think that's a horrible film.
Mm-hmm. I never seen it.
I think it's a horrible film for what it was trying to do, and it just seemed to be at that point where it did seem, even if it wasn't, it seemed like a product of ego. Yeah. That I can take this story that I read to my child for bedtime, which I'm sorry doesn't make any sense, and the world is just going to save it, and to put yourself in there as the writer. Not only are people going to accept my bullshit when I make a mainstream movie with it, which that movie is insane, but I'm going to put myself in this movie as the author who can save the world with his writing. I'm the only one that can do this with my story, my great story. That's what he did in the movie. Yeah. And again, even if it wasn't meant to be egotistical, it really did come across that way with everything. Right. I wouldn't want to see anybody do that to that extent. Now, I wouldn't mind seeing some people put themselves in their movie if they are good. I don't mind anybody casting themselves, a director or a writer casting themselves in a film, if they can truly play that role and if it serves a purpose.
Yeah, if it serves a purpose to the film that they're making. I don't mind if somebody's doing a comedy, they want to throw themselves in. I don't care. But if it's a movie to where it's you want the audience to take it seriously, and you don't want to pull them out, and you end up inserting yourself just to do it, I mean, yeah, then that's kind of ridiculous.
And even,
which it seems like he likes to use with the case of M. Night Shyamalan. I always thought that he was doing that because he really wanted to somehow make himself. He gave himself an excuse to be an actor in his own film because nobody else would cast him. So you know what? I'm going to put myself in this role and really try to play it. But usually it was like it seems selfish because you're like, why are you doing this? Why couldn't you give this to somebody who could just play the part? But no, you can't. It's you. And the thing is, me as a viewer, I'm gonna be distracted watching you. I'm gonna like, oh, that's the director. Why is he acting out in this scene? Like, what's the purpose? Because honestly, you're taking me out of the film when you do that. That's a scene that you want you and all your friends to go, oh, look, it's him. It's the director.
Yeah, no, and you're right. And I don't mind. And even then, I don't mind if people have an ego about themselves in their films, as long as the material is good.
Yeah.
The problem with Lady in the Water, it just all seemed like one big vanity project.
Yeah.
And there was nothing to back it up for me.
Yeah.
Nothing good to back all that ego
and
up.
You know what? Who also has that problem? Quentin Tarantino. Where a few times I've seen him insert himself in films, and I know his friends do it too. Like that whole group, like him and Eli Roth. I know they like throwing each other in their movies every once in a while, but there's times when I'm like, you know what? You guys are not good actors. Why do you keep playing this game where you just throw yourself in there because you can?
I thought
where I'm like, you're kind of taking your time. You're kind of taking me out of it. Because it's like I don't want to watch friends making movies with each other. I want to watch a film. I don't want to be taken out of the film because you want to put Eli Roth in it just to have him in there because he's your friend when he can't act worth a shit. Because it's going to distract me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I did like Tarantino in
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Well, I liked him in Pulp Fiction. I thought he was
really.
He was
I hated him in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. I mean, I thought. I mean, I didn't mind him. Because I wasn't like used to seeing him. Now when I see him, it bothers me.
Really?
Because I know it is Tarantino.
Yeah.
And that the guy can't act. Well, so when I saw it from the first time, it really didn't bother me as much. But when I saw it the second time, it really did.
I guess when I saw him in Pulp Fiction, even when I was in love with the movie, and I was in love with Quentin Tarantino. I mean, still am to a certain degree. I love his movies, man. I think it's not all of them, but I always think there's something good. But when I see a movie that I love of his, I love him as a director.
Yeah.
But watching from Pulp Fiction, I thought it was a terrible performance.
Yeah.
I was like, man, why? This is really sticking out, man.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. Like when I see it, like it really just blows my mind how bad of a performance he's
even
doing.
stumbling over his lines, and he kept his lines. No, Jules, I don't want to get fucking divorced.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, when I saw it for the first time, I was like, well, I remember. Maybe the rest of the movie was so good, it really didn't linger on too much in my head. But
just the way he said one line, he's like, Bunny, she gets off in an hour in the hospital.
Yeah.
Do your thing and get the fuck out.
No, it is awful.
But you know what? I did like him in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah. And the thing is, I thought in Dusk Till Dawn he was doing a good job. But the thing is, it's hard for me to watch that movie because there are some scenes where it's like, okay, maybe they should have reshot that, or there's times when he has moments, and there's other times where he's pulling the Pulp Fiction thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Where he's like overacting some scenes.
That is true. That is true. Somebody who puts themselves in a movie with a lot of ego that makes some of them good though. Look at Woody Allen. Woody Allen's always in the movie. He's always getting the hot woman. The hot girl, the hot chick. He's always the guy that they want. He's the object of their desire. And you could tell that I don't know. He said, the funny thing about Woody Allen, he said he was a really good athlete, and he said he was a pretty popular guy. I think he was a pretty popular guy in high school. So maybe that's just him. It's either he's just furthering the persona that he really was in life and putting it up on the screen, or it's wishful thinking of I wanted to be that guy when I was younger.
Which is what I've heard.
Making happening right here.
Which is what I've heard. I was talking to somebody about that not too long ago, and they said that Woody Allen has said that character he puts on, it's not really him. that he portrays, on screen. But the thing is, you've seen it so much, you can't help but think that is Woody Allen. And and that guy did such a great job of playing that character that when he writes that character, who is at least him or the characters that he's been playing throughout his career, when you see somebody like Kenneth Branagh trying to do a Woody Allen, you're really wishing Woody Allen was there to play that character.
That he was in Celebrity where he was playing Woody Allen.
Yeah.
I was like, man, it can't. Or somebody even tried to rip off Woody Allen and they had what's her name in Sex and the City? Sarah Jessica Parker.
Uh-huh.
Somebody tried to mimic Woody Allen, and they tried to get Sarah Jessica Parker to be a Woody Allen clone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. I forgot what the name of the movie was. It was her, Jeremy Piven's when he was bald was in that movie. It was a lot of people. Antonio Banderas. What's her name? I forgot her name, but Mia Farrow, I think, was in it. And she was, and it was like, man, this is not even a Woody Allen movie. And you got her doing a Woody Allen ripoff.
And it looks like a bad SNL skit or something,
Yeah,
sure.
It did.
Yeah.
But man, if somebody can write that character, put that character in there well, even if they do have a huge ego, and it is. You could tell that is something that there is a reflection of who they are. Saying a huge ego, I don't mind if they make it good. That's all. I mean,
as long as it's good, I don't care. But when it's bad, like you said, and Tarantino, and in his case, where in his case he's a bad actor. With M. Night Shyamalan, it's like he's not that bad, but you just hate seeing him do that. I just get annoyed with that.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's. M. Night Shyamalan wasn't terrible, but he wasn't that great, and shit wasn't worthy of putting himself in there as a fucking greatest writer in the world. Okay, and I don't, and I'm not the kind of person who's turning against M. Night Shyamalan. I don't want everybody to think that because of The Last Airbender that I'm riding that bandwagon of haters on.
Oh no, he's no like, no. I mean, with that guy, it's like he's done a lot of bad movies. A couple of them I just haven't seen because I've heard they're so bad, but. It's just like, oh man, as far as like a director like him, seeing his career, like how he was, at one point praised, and they were calling him all kinds of things, like he's the next like fucking Alfred Hitchcock or whatever, and seeing how his audience is just the audience in general has really turned on him. I kind of feel bad for the guy. I just told you that there was an interview with him where he was doing a press junket somewhere overseas. I can't remember, but they were talking about The Last Airbender, where a reporter basically was like, "Hey, well, does it suck that?" She basically said, "Does it suck that you have to do a movie like The Last
Airbender?
Suck
that you suck?
Yeah, no, you have to do a commercial film like this because your original ideas." You kind of lost your audience. I mean, does it suck that you have to do something like this because audiences are losing touch with you? And he took real offense to that.
Fuck you, bitch.
Where he claims that I think The Village was like his most favorite film that he's ever done.
Yeah.
And it's
that's too bad.
Yeah, and it's like, and it sucks, having to hear a guy defend his work where you're just like, damn, I think that reporter had some balls for saying that. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not going to discredit the guy because he did make like two of my favorite films, Sixth Sense and fucking Unbreakable.
Oh, I love Unbreakable. Yeah. Man, that's the thing. I always have to look at the Sixth Sense and say, man, look, you're right. Can't discredit him. Can't get on this bandwagon because I'm just going to judge him from film to film. And his latest films, not a huge fan.
And I always think, some directors have only one or two films in them, honestly.
They might be building up all this time, and that one movie comes out. Who knows? Yeah. Hopefully that's not the case with him, because I always hope the best for everyone. Just because he made some bad movies doesn't mean he's a fucking villain. Hey, speaking of villains, we got a question here from Tum Tum Tyrannus. Had to answer that question because of the name. Tum Tum says,
what's Tum Tum have to say?
Why do villains always look cooler than heroes, i.e. Shredder, Skeletor, Bowser, Prince Nuada, what? And Hades from Clash of the Titans?
All right, you're getting some.
You
got obscure with that last one.
I know, come on. You don't even have to put that shit in there.
Alibaba, what?
Yeah. Look, he's a nerd.
Yeah.
Prince Nuada.
Yeah, Prince Nuada.
My favorite fantasy novel.
Yeah. Lord Treacherous. What?
Man, what? Yeah, you know you could have threw a Joker in there or something instead of getting fancy like that. Fuck
Yeah.
you. Not reading this question anymore.
I know.
How dare
Now I
insult
feel
my
like you think
intelligence.
you know more than me, pal.
Yeah, exactly. Get the hell out of here.
I know villains.
No, can you list any heroes that look more badass than their villains? Well, to answer that first part of the question, I think villains probably look more badass in general because they have to be more intimidating than the heroes. You have to feel like they are a real threat against this person who already has incredible powers.
They have to dress intimidating. Yeah,
Exactly.
To really get that across. Well, as far as heroes concerned, Batman. I always thought he dresses badass. That's a given.
But the Joker is still way cooler looking than Batman.
What?
Yeah, if you talk about who you remember most, do you remember the bat suit the most and all it could do, or do you remember, wow, they really did something cool with the Joker?
Well, yeah, and in the Dark Knight, of course, the Joker stood out, but
Yeah.
I still love the bat suit.
I know, I love the bat suit.
Yeah. But no, you're right. I mean, yeah.
Co-host,
If you need a goddamn answer, yes, the Joker suit. All right.
As you just said, I'm not out to
I'm
discredit
done.
the heroes. But that's a good. And look, it's all about opinions too.
Opinions, that's right.
Maybe some people think that heroes look better than villains.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe people think that villains are they overdo it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too.
Yeah, who knows, man? But I don't know. I'm trying to think of some heroes. I don't know, like you said, you might like the Batsuit better than the way the Joker looks.
Yeah,
I think.
but that's me.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
And there's been plenty of different incarnations of it. So, I mean, of the suit and how how the Joker dressed.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about that cartoon that came out after the original Batman the Animated Series, where the animation style looked like the Jackie Chan Adventures. You know what I'm talking about? I think it was called the Batman.
The Batman in
that
Batman
Joker
did look way better than that
Joker looked ridiculous.
That Jamaican Joker, that King Willie Joker that they had.
That's exactly what it was. It was King Willie.
From Predator 2.
Yeah, like in a straight jacket with like wearing no shoes. He was
that
barefoot,
was terrible, man.
running around. That was awful. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Oh, I got one. I would say that Wolverine looks way cooler than Magneto.
Yeah, that's true.
Magneto looks like he's going to
Magneto is
a
old
fashion
old
show
guy.
or something. He's old too. Like he should be
Old
walking
guy,
the
too.
runway in that cape and shit.
Nobody wants to be Magneto.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, you don't see 20 Magnetos running around during Halloween. There's a reason. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, I want to see one Magneto at Comic-Con. Ain't gonna see it.
Nope. Probably be a fat Magneto, but that's about it.
Yeah,
that's an easy costume.
Yeah, he's a magnet to the hot dog stand.
Yeah.
So that is a good question, though.
Yeah.
That's fun. Okay, let's see who we got here. All right. You want to answer this? You like this movie this much. I'll go ahead and
All
answer
right.
it.
Yeah.
John Doe. John Doe says, short LTD question for bullshitting lords. He says, good day, bullshit lords. I was wondering, has there ever been... Oh, no, I'm not going to read this question. I'm sorry, John Doe.
Oh, what happened?
It's one of those, has there ever been a person in a movie that's ruined the movie for you?
Oh, okay.
We need more stimulation.
Yes.
In our questions. We need more. You want us to fuck your thoughts. You need to stimulate us more.
What was the movie he was referring to? You said.
Well, okay, I'll go ahead and read it. But it's. I mean, you want to answer it? You might as well answer it. So I already got into it. Okay. But it's not. It's one of those questions.
I'm just curious what the movie was that you were referring to.
Well, here I'll read it. It wasn't referring to any movie. It says, I was wondering, has there ever been a time where you really wanted to love a film, but one scene or performance of an actor really kept you from loving the film? For me, it would have to be the historical drama 13 Days. The film and direction and acting is good except for Kevin Costner's awkward and boring performance that isn't even historically accurate.
Okay. Oh.
For me, okay, you want to know something? I almost had the movie Bamboozled ruined for me because I did not like Damon Wayans' voice.
Yeah.
I remember talk like this.
Yeah, I remember.
Dudley Do-Right. Why is he talking like that?
And I remember that. Yeah, as much as I like to see that film, because I think you even recommended it to me. Whenever I heard his voice, I'm like, okay, that could easily be like a really just big distraction for me trying to watch a film like that. Especially dealing with the material, which I find fascinating. You know, having to sit through and watch a character like that do a voice, and not even a very good one, would take me out of the film.
Yeah, it's like, why are you That is not even necessary.
Yeah.
We had. Oh, he says, P.S. Love you guys bullshitting rants on film and life.
Thank you.
He says, thanks. You guys keep my sanity during the hard times. What hard times are you having?
Damn.
That's what I want to know. Yeah, what's going on, man? Talk to us, John. That's okay.
Calm down. Put
and
it
thanks,
down.
co-host. The Thing and Equilibrium are now standing tall in my DVD collection.
Hey, that's right. There you go. This is great films.
Did you have a movie where somebody ruined a movie for you with their voice?
Yeah, I was trying to think about that. Because usually when a character ruins a film, I don't like the film, so I don't ever go back and revisit it. But oh man, that is kind of a good question. I can't really think of anything right now, but something that almost ruined a film. Fuck. Yeah, I'd have to think about that. That's actually not a bad question if I have to think about it.
Oh, wait a minute. Listen
What?
to this. This is a good question.
All right, go for it.
Very serious question for Let's Do This. I am not happy. And this comes from Charlie Ray.
Oh, yeah? Well, tell you. I'm glad you liked it. Tell your friends about us.
Okay, he says, you guys got me fired from my job. You want to hear the story?
Yeah.
I haven't read this yet, by the way, so it might go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I got a job working at a video store, and I don't have time to watch every movie, so I decided to recommend movies to customers based on your ratings. On my first day, someone came up to me with The Dark Knight and asked about the movie. I replied it was better than sex. They looked at me funny and walked over to the manager. Oh, man, come! If you got fired for this is...
Yeah.
The next day, someone came up with Prom Night, and I said, that movie is some old bullshit. A few minutes later, someone asked about Leap Year, and I said, fuck that movie. Okay, well, all right. At first I thought he was going to get fired for just saying that movie's better than sex. But
okay, that I believe.
Okay, yeah.
If he's saying... Oh, God.
No, dude, you got yourself fired. Okay?
Yeah.
Later, a customer claimed they couldn't return a DVD on time because, let me guess, he's told this person, fuck their thoughts. But we're gonna see. Later, a customer claimed they couldn't return a DVD on time because their child had to be rushed to the hospital. I was all like, don't tell me your problems. The manager then pulled me aside, told me that.
I smell bullshit all over this.
No, I'm trying to read it here because it's
right.
worded all funny. Told me that they have had too many complaints about me and fired me. What the hell? This is all you and co-host for. I don't believe this for a moment.
Yeah.
This is the second time you've got me in trouble. I don't believe it.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, you know what? You deserve to get in trouble if we are that much of an influence on you. You're going to be stupid like that at work. I'd fire your ass too. In fact, you're fired from this site.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Don't tell me your problems.
Yeah.
Especially if somebody said my child was rushed to the hospital. Mm-hmm. I couldn't return this on time. Don't tell me your problems.
Yeah. If I heard somebody say that to a customer and I'm behind that person, I'd look at that person and go, "What the fuck are you doing?"
yeah.
Come on, man.
Hey, I'm
getting tired of that shit.
Spill,
you know what? Like, cancel that shirt, Corey.
No, that shirt's getting made today. Let's see. We'll read. Maybe
I'm still thinking too. I'm still thinking about a character that put me off of a movie that could have been great.
Here's somebody who I've not heard from before. Francisco Donoso. I just wanted to ask you on how do you think exactly the new Spider-Man reboot should be based on?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Oh, or what? Maybe she's asking what material the Spider-Man movie should be based off.
They give an example. I don't know. I didn't go any further.
Okay.
For example, do you want something like the 90s TV show or more like a new show called Spectacular Spider-Man? They say a new show, like we don't know what that is.
Right.
You might have heard of this show called Spectacular Spider-Man.
A little show called
which is based on Peter Parker in high school. Unfortunately, the show was canceled after the second season, which is a shame since, okay,
all right.
I heard they're going to put it in high school, and if I had to choose, I mean,
really?
In college.
College, okay, yeah, that's what I heard too.
But yeah. I've seen some of the Spectacular Spider-Man. That's a good one to base yourself off of.
It is, But that's like saying it'd be nice if the Batman movies can be like the Batman the Animated Series movies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like cartoons, and they're two totally different mediums. I don't expect them to work the same way.
Yeah. I mean, if I absolutely had to pick something for it to be based on, that would probably be it. That's the one. However, I don't want it to be based on anything. I want to see something new.
I do. And that's the other thing too. Like what I like about the whole Walking Dead series is that it's gonna follow some of the same storylines, but they're gonna also introduce new characters and have new things happen that that you wouldn't expect from the. At least, like, they're going to add new things to the storylines. So, me being a fan of that comic, and hearing that, I'm like, okay, that's cool, because honestly, I don't really want to watch a series that's going to be panel for panel. As cool as that sounds, it's really going to take away from my experience as far as that show, because it's like I know everything that's going to happen. There's not going to be anything new or exciting for me to experience, and I wouldn't want really a show based on a property that I love to really do that, just to rip it off, literally. I don't want that,
I mean, I want to see, because since it's a show, I guess they're going to have to see where, if it's going to be ongoing, I'm curious to see how much they're going to be sticking to the book and what they change, because I don't want them to change it to where they change the spirit of the comic. I mean,
which is something I don't want to happen. I know they're going to keep the same characters, but they're going to add newer characters that are hanging out with that group.
Oh, okay.
So I'm fine with that. I have no problem.
They had enough in the book. I hope they don't dilute that shit.
Yeah. But the thing is that for something like Spider-Man, I mean, as long as the basic premise is there, I mean, I'll be fine. I don't want that shit being, Spider-Man coming from another planet or nothing like that.
Yeah, not too far.
Yeah, don't pull a fucking Batman. Don't try to turn Spider-Man into something he's not. Don't try to pull a fucking Batman or make him dark or whatever. Just keep it. You know what? I was telling somebody about Jonah Hex, where I'm like, you know what? With Jonah Hex and why that movie flopped, my friend was like, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't Jonah Hex.
No.
And I'm like, of course not. Of course it wasn't. But, and the movie flopped because of that. Because, there's a reason why somebody's making a movie about Jonah Hex. It's because it's popular. Mm-hmm. And there's a reason for that. There's a storyline structure that made that happen, that made people want to watch a movie about Jonah Hex. And they completely just threw away the source material and fucked it up. Whenever I notice a movie do that, nobody gives a shit. They don't capture what made that fucking property work.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand that. Especially when it's there free. It's free material. It's free source
they don't
material.
Understand it either.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a question I think should be addressed, because I don't want people to get the wrong idea.
Okay.
From when we talked about it. Well, I think it was me and Carlisle that talked about it.
All right.
It says, hey, quick question for Let's Do This. This is from Mass Debate.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, listening to you on a Coco and talking about people who become offended with your reviews when you disagree with them, why do you think that is? What makes them so goddamn angry, so angry that makes, now this is the way it's written, that makes them say, fuck you when you disagree with them? Well, people are passionate. The reason why, it's obvious that people love the movies so much, and those movies, there's such a huge consensus among people. It's almost strength in numbers.
Yeah.
90% of people out there agree that this movie's great. So if you are not in that large group, then you're different.
Right.
People don't like something that's different all the time. Mm-hmm. What's wrong with you?
And
some people already get because you do have some people who just want to be different. They want to stand out. And they're going to be the ones that typically want to rile people up.
Right.
People are already prepared for you to be that kind of person when you say that you don't like what the majority likes.
Right.
That's why you should always explain that, look, I'm not trying to do that. You should back yourself up with the opinions and explain why you don't like something. Mm-hmm. However, I don't want to stop people from doing that.
No.
Because when people get angry and passionate, they start getting into debates. They start coming back and talking. It's good business. It's good for people to engage that way on the site, as long as it's not kept going for a long time.
Right. I mean, that's why comment pages are usually made, so people can debate, argue. Yeah, of course you're going to get your assholes in there, and for either extreme, either they like it or they don't. And people are gonna rile up. People are gonna talk shit. But it's just, if they don't do it here, they're gonna go do it somewhere else. Mm-hmm. So I mean, and the thing is like, I like that we do have a comments page where people can voice their opinions, and I in no way am I about to censor that unless it's just somebody being a complete dick, And if they're out attacking somebody personally, then that person should be removed. But no, it's there for people to be opinionated, to talk about their passion for a movie, or talk about how they think that the movie's fucking awful. And the perfect example of that is looking at all the Inception fucking comments, And I read those. Yeah, it gives me a headache sometimes. I can't read them all, but it is interesting. You know, I'll read there. With all the bad posts, you'll always find a good one.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. You know, or it just makes you think about what the topic there is that they're talking about, and I'm not against that. But yeah, I mean that's the internet.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna read Evil Teddy's question because I love this guy.
Yeah. Mr. Cha himself.
Mr. Cha. Have you guys considered making a talking co-host action figure to sell on the site? Even a paperweight would be awesome, man. We're thinking about selling a lot of shit.
Yeah, as long as I get 90% of that or 100% actually, but that means I'd have to make it.
We'll give you 90%.
I'm not about to do that.
We'll give you 90% of the corn picked from my shit.
Yeah.
That's good as gold, you hear?
Oh, you son of a bitch. That's all right. I'll take it. I'll take anything. Better than the 50 cents you guys are giving me right now.
We'll give you 50 kernels of corn then. All right, man. You know what?
It's time to go.
I think it's time to go.
Got to go catch your plane. Damn it.
Got to go catch a plane.
Get your underwear packed.
Get my drawers.
Hopefully not your dirty drawers.
Get my affairs in order. Yeah. So.
All right, man. Well, hey, have a good fucking time on your trip, and
I will, man.
Fucking bring me back something cool, motherfucker.
Well, since you asked so nicely, bring me back some cool,
Yeah.
motherfucker. All right, y'all. Maybe we'll see some of you at Comic-Con at the Marriott Marina Hotel this Saturday at 7 o'clock at DW's restaurant. If not, we'll see you when I
We'll see you when we see you, all right?
God,
You
damn,
motherfucker.
Jeez, please. Just
Son
go.
of a bitch.
Just go.
Okay.
Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper!